What's up, anglers? It's Northern Scripture, and in this video I want to share some tips and tricks on dressing and customizing your inline spinners. So you always start with the basics. Blue fox or Mepps, doesn't matter. Add a wire in between the hook and the body. That's where you will be attaching all of your feathers. And I've always used to use the rubber string, maybe a double-tailed worm, always works good. But once I started to use feathers, everything changed. I caught more fish, it looks a better presentation through the water, and it has a bigger, fatter body, which is definitely good for fooling the fish. Now, this one here, I use for bass. I've had it for a while. I've caught so much on it. It looks big and fuzzy now, but when it's wet, it shrinks down very, very slim. The red makes a body that wiggles around, and the white just kind of flails over top, so it looks very live-like when it pulls through the water. Has the detachable body, so it's moving around freely by itself. This one here I use for pike. It's black. It's also got the blue smolt. Looks so good. The red on the inside, like his guts bleeding out. This one also works really well. I have it in a bigger size. Always having multiple sizes is good. Now I found when I'm using these ones here, they all pull at the same rate pretty much. The blades are the same sizes. The weights are pretty much the same. And sometimes it just pulls too fast. And I fish from shore a lot, so I wanted something lighter. So I've handmade this one. You can just get the rod here at your local fishing shop, along with some weighted beads, different sizes. You can also get them in colors, doesn't matter. And then you gotta make sure you weigh it out so you know what your end weight's gonna be. You get a spoon size that you like. This one's a 4.5 by chance. And then you just put as much feathers as you want on, really. I always go overboard with it. I put too much on, and then I test them out in the water, see how they pull. Then I'll cut back accordingly for desired look. Now like I said, when they're wet, they scrunch down. So this one would have nice and tight, red in the middle, as the feathers flail along the outside, almost looking like octopus legs as it goes through the water. And that's the same with this one here, which is one of my personal favorites. I catch so much fish on it, just the brown and white. The brown, when it's going, the white bunches together, the brown sticks apart, and each one kind of flails its own little tentacle. And when I put these together, I noticed with the blue foxes, when you cast them out and they land in the water, they tip and then they dive down. And I find that that's the moment that your line gets twisted around here. So I try to put more weight at the back, less weight at the front, and when it goes through the air and it hits the water, it drops level. So when you get a good pull, you have a good opportunity to untwist your line just in case it is twisted. Now, for the odd occasion, I do like to fish the top water, and I felt like I needed a spinner for that as well. So this one here almost weighs nothing compared to the rest. An extremely light blade and big. I can pull it from a foot and less in the water, and I can get it up to about like an inch from the surface, and the blade just kicks along and creates a nice ripple, lifelike action there. And this one over here, I've been working on recently. It's not finished yet. I just dressed it. I have yet to put it in the water. And it's got 3 hooks, a tri-hook and a trailer. It's hard to see there, but it is in there. But I will take this out to the water with all this on it. I know this will be too heavy, but I'll test it out, and then I'll see when it gets close to the shore how it pulls through the water, how the presentation looks, and I will cut back accordingly to make sure that it looks lifelike. The black and the yellow are both shining through. One color is not dominant, depending if you wanted that look or not. I don't know. But I highly recommend spending a little bit of time making your own. They work great. It feels great when you catch something on a lure that you've made yourself. and the fish just aren't used to this much fur and feathers. I fish in areas where lots of other people fish, and I catch everything while they stand there going, "What are you using?" Well, this is what I'm using. Homemade, lots of fur and feathers, still lightweight, and looks very attractive. Well, thanks for watching, and I hope you've gotten some good tips from this video, and happy fishing.